Let's get started. And those of you who think you want to try and get into, so if you're an 8-7 and you want to try and get into pre-algebra, you can always watch these videos on my pre-algebra page. So if you would like to, you can always join my pre-algebra group classroom, and you can always start watching those videos so you can do that on your own time. Okay, so lesson, do not want blue. Lesson 1-6, pre-algebra. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to get started on so scatter plot. We are getting started on scatter plots. So we have three different types of relationships with a scatter plot. So I'm gonna draw 3 different X, Y scales here. So one type of relationship is we have a positive relationship. The second kind is a negative relationship. I'm just gonna write neg. And then we have no relationship at all. No relationship. Have you guys gone through this in any other math before? Relationships of scatter plots? No, not that you remember. Okay, so a positive relationship, you will see that it has some kind of correlation. So as you can see right here, as X increases, Y is also increasing. So just the general direction, they are both increasing. So X is increasing and so is Y. And it has a general correlation of going both in that direction. So a negative correlation would be the exact opposite. Both X and Y have a correlation of going downward. So this is something you're going to be doing more when you're in a lot of stats classes. So when you guys get into stats in high school, you'll be doing a lot of reading types of graphs. So, and then you're going to determine what the general population, what is happening to it. So if everyone is buying their product and some people are not buying their product, why is there no correlation? How can we make it so there's a positive correlation so more people are buying our product? So why is this population not buying our product and why are other people buying our product? So how can we make everyone start buying our product? Or if you're a YouTuber, how can I get more people to watch my videos? How can I get more people to like and subscribe? What are the populations that I'm getting people to, what are the populations I need to start to get into? And then no correlation, I kind of said that already. There's going to be, all the dots are going to be all over the place. So all your points are all over the place. There's no correlation, it's just going to be random. Everything will be all over the place. Any questions with those 3 different types of correlations? You guys good with that? Yeah, it's not too bad. Am I good to erase it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. Now we have, okay, so that was example 1. So if you look in your book, example 1, you're going to say what type. So if you look at that example, I'm not going to put it up on the board here. So if you look at that example, so population of Tampa, Florida, what does it look like? Where is the correlation leaning towards? So there's a couple that are lower in the year 40, the 40s and 50s, but then it makes a jump up in the 70s through the 2000s. What would you say for that one, Madeline? Yeah, it'd be a positive correlation, yep. Even though it's a little bit off, you're able to kind of see that it is going up in the right direction. It's not completely random. Then if we look at example 2, so we're going to interpret those scatter plots. If you're looking at birth month and age, so I'm on page 41. So birth month and age. So the age, all the ages are all over the board, right? And then the month, it's also all over the board. So with that one, Logan, what type of correlation does it look like? Page 41. Birth month and age. Yeah, no relationship. Yep. There is no direct correlation there, or saying there's no correlation, or I mean, no relationship. So all the dates, all the ages, they're all over the board. So with test scores, this is something, if you were a teacher, administrator, someone, this would be a graph that you could be looking at. So your scores, so all those scores for the different study time, for just 10 minutes, the scores were down in the 60s. And then as you move up to closer to an hour, so 50 minutes, students get closer and closer to 100%. So what is this graph saying? The more study time you give someone, the higher score that they're going to get. So what kind of correlation does it look like that one has? Yeah, Ellen? Positive, yep. Yep, so that is all you will be doing for determining what the relationship has. And for the explaining part, you're just going to explain why it looks like that and what it has to do with that scenario. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, okay. All right, then on to the next page, page 42, real world example. All right, guys, we're getting into the real world here. So what do we have here? So the table shows how many cups of coffee were sold during outdoor games at certain temperatures. So first, we would make a scatter plot. So I'm going to write this down up on the board here. You guys can write that down in your notes, unless you already have. So temperature, I'm going to put it on the bottom. So I'm labeling my axis, temperature on the x-axis, and then number of cups on my y-axis. So I'm going to put the number sign, number of cups for the y-axis. And in reality, it wouldn't matter how you would label it. So you could flip-flop those. So the largest number that I have for the number of cups goes up to, it looks like 42. So I'm going to have it go up to 50. So down here at the bottom, 0. At the very top, I'm going to put 50. And then in between, I'm just going to go by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50. 30, 40, 50. Okay. Then for temperature, what's our highest temperature? It looks like it goes up to 75. So I'm going to start at 0, and then end at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I should put that here, degrees Fahrenheit. So then from there, I'm going to count by, let's go by fives, since it goes to 75. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So that is 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Okay. So that is how I would draw my graph, and then I would plot all the points. I'm not going to plot them all, or else that's going to take too long. What the heck is that noise? Yeah, stop with the sprinkler noises. Did you just hear me, dude? All right. So all the points, they are slowly going down. They are starting to go down in direction. So I would draw my arrow straight through, and it looks like they're going in a downward direction. So that would be a, yeah, Madeline, negative relationship, or when you get up to stats, negative correlation. Okay, and then I would try to explain what's happening there. So as the temperature increases, the number of cups sold decreases. So that's all you would say for that one. Okay. Oh, and then it wants us to predict the number of cups sold if the temperature is 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I look at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so 30 right here. If I were to go straight up, it looks like it would be about 30 cups. Is that what they said? Between 40 and 45 cups. So I made my graph pretty random. So I just put a bunch of dots. So that's how you would do that part. All right. Okay, guys, so I will let you guys get to your homework. Get started there. I want to end. Nope. So people talking and making interruptions, that is going to be in my video.